There's this constant orgasm there. Oh, look at Ian past the little spittoon that's in the foreground. Here, get there. Shoot the son of a bitch and let's go home. You know, once you have the audience, once you have them captured, once they are playing that game with the people on the screen, this is like you got them by the throat. You can't let it go. Just squeeze a little more and more and more. Don't let them escape. Don't let them suddenly don't wake them up. Don't let them realize, look, this is only a movie that we're seeing. That's very, very important. You know, and very few pictures do that. And certainly very few of my pictures do that.
The Hollywood that Billy Wilder came into in the 1930s was the studio system, not in its infancy, but just beginning to walk. You had the 5 majors. You had Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, you had Paramount, you had Warner Brothers, you had Columbia, and you had RKO. These 5 studios were the major players in town, and they all had a different style. Wilder was perfectly suited for Paramount. Paramount, where Wilder landed, it was the sophisticated studio. MGM had the glamour, but Paramount had the sheen. Paramount had the sophistication. Paramount had Ernst Lubitsch. Paramount had, in the silent days, it had Gloria Swanson. It had Rudolph Valentino. As sound came, it retained its air of sophistication, which fit Wilder very well, because Wilder was a devotee of Ernst Lubitsch. He was a mentor of his. He was someone that he admired and someone he looked up to. So it was actually the perfect place for him to be. So what happened with Wilder was word of this kind of sardonic, funny, slightly cynical writer made its way through the ranks, and the head of the writers department at Paramount was told that they needed someone to work on a remake of the film Bluebeard's Wife. Now, this was being directed by Ernst Lubitsch, who was a great idol of Billy Wilder's. And Wilder was assigned the screenplay. Being a screenwriter in Hollywood in the 1930s was completely different than being a screenwriter today. It really was a factory. Paramount was making a film a week. They needed people to write these films. There were 104 screenwriters, all on the 4th floor of the writers' building in Paramount. And you literally wrote what you were told to write. You didn't have a dream of a screenplay that you could go off and write somewhere. No, you had to work on this movie on this day and get it done by this day. But Wilder, being so adept at adapting to his situations, was just fine. I mean, this was a very fertile mind, so he could pretty much give everything that was